Hi, we're Jen and Chris Corsi with Thrive Today, and today we're coming to you tired.
Yes, we are. I bet you are too, actually.
This season has been crazy. You might be surprised at how tired you are. Perhaps you have more on your plate than usual with homeschooling kids and everybody home. Perhaps you have less on your plate because you're not going anywhere. Perhaps at the beginning of this season, you had a long to-do list of what you hope to accomplish. Cupboards cleaned out, big projects around the house, exercise every day, cook healthy. I know that we had some ambitions and hopes.
Yeah, I'd hoped to learn the guitar by now with my sons. Yeah, that hasn't quite happened. I also hope to put together a basketball hoop by now, and it's been a couple weeks. That hasn't happened either. So I bet you have a long list as well of what you had hoped to accomplish by now or in this season.
It's hard to feel like there's things that we should be doing that we're not doing. And it's hard to feel during this season that we're just so tired. And why? I mean, some of us are doing more and it makes sense. Some of us are doing less and it doesn't even make sense. But emotionally, this season is so draining.
Yeah, you know what? You're doing a lot of heavy lifting, more than you realize. And I think for most of us, we are feeling that. We're bumping into this kind of hidden iceberg, and we don't know why. We don't have the energy, the creativity, the joy, the excitement, all the good stuff that we're used to. Because, you know what? We are carrying a heavy load, and after a while, it takes a toll.
So what can we do about it? It's interesting. Jesus says that his burden is light and his yoke is easy in Matthew 11. And yet for a lot of us, that's probably not what we're feeling right now.
No, I don't know about you, but I know that I tend to be hard on myself. It's hard to be tender with our weaknesses. It's easy to push through, and we just kind of, we're just used to driving ourselves pretty hard. And yet when I come to God and I ask, Lord, what's important to you in this day or in this moment? More often than not, it includes rest, joy, family time, and just permission to hit the pause button and to rest and to quiet. And so I find it astounding, honestly, that God is just so tender with us. And yet we're not so tender with our own weaknesses or even the weaknesses of other people. So I'm pretty excited about the potential here for you, your family, your friends, because this is an opportunity to learn to be tender, to take that easy yoke and experience those light burdens.
So today we're encouraging you to interact with Jesus and find out what does he have for you today or tomorrow. I tend to do this the night before. My mornings jump in with a start and it's just hard for me to get that time alone with Jesus before I have to start jumping in with the kids. So I usually take a little time before I go to bed and just pray about my day, what happened, what's coming up, and just ask Jesus, Lord, what is it tomorrow that you want me to do? And what do I need to let slide? What are my priorities?
And you know what I do? I get up early in the morning and I like to have a little quiet time before things get crazy around here. So I like to ask God, Lord, what's important to you today? Like I have a long list. I have things that I want to accomplish, things to do. But Lord, what's on your mind for me today? And you know what? I like to start from a place of remembering God's gifts. Just this morning I looked out the window and I saw a blue jay and a cardinal like 2 feet apart. And I knew that was God's gift for me because those are 2 of my favorite birds. So just starting my day, thanking God for that gift and then talking with Immanuel and thinking about those times where I felt God's closeness and then saying, Lord, you know what? Thank you for being here. What's on your mind for me today? In fact, when you look at my day, what do you see? And it's pretty cool what happens when we engage the living God that way.
It's really neat to find out what's on his mind for you today. Or in this case, we even prayed about what's on his mind for these videos this week. And this is what came to us.
Yeah, we felt like we needed to emphasize that it's a good thing to give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to rest. Give yourself permission for some joy, for some time with friends or family members, or to go for a walk. And you know what? Sometimes the best work comes from rest or joy. So we felt like God was just emphasizing that today. You know what? We just need permission today.
So hopefully you will take that permission. to just rest or do what it is that you need to do and interact with Jesus and find out what are his priorities for you for today or for tomorrow.
Yes.